All right, guys. I know you guys have been waiting for me to finish the course. Today is going to be day 11. We're going to talk about market structure today. Pretty much going into depths, just a tad bit, not too crazy where you don't understand it, but trying to explain more about market structure itself and how you don't really need the whole ICC part of things. You can just use market structure and price action on the higher time frame. So today, that's what we're going to talk about. And I hope everybody is enjoying the series so far. Once again, I'm back on making the videos again. We stopped at day 10, and then I was doing some other videos that was helping you guys out. But before you watch day 11, please go make sure you watch all the other days. If you're new to the channel, I suggest that you go and watch at least 1 through 5 and then come back to 11 if you want to. But I would suggest watching pretty much all of them in order because it is going to give you that progress into knowing what I'm talking about in this video. So with that being said, make sure you guys subscribe. Send this to somebody that wants help with trading and they want to make it a little bit simple. They want to move away from trading with indicators and chart patterns and all these other things. I trade pure market structure, swing trader, intraday trader, because I do probably hold a trade for maybe a day, and then if I can, I'll hold it for more days. But most of my trades so far has been probably like 8 to 12 hours, some 24, and then a couple I've had 3 or 4 days of holding. But with that being said, make sure you guys enjoy the video, open your brains to something that is super simple, because I know a lot of people watch my videos and they're like, bro, there's no way this it's this simple. And once again, I'm not saying I have the holy grail, but I think simplicity can get you a farther way. Is that the correct? Is that the correct? I think being simple and keeping things simple can take you a lot farther than anything else. So with that being said, see you guys.
All right. So basically what I'm going to explain today is market structure. It's fairly simple. I believe it's fairly simple. Once again, I want to start off this video and I want to start off all my other videos of saying ICC is not some new strategy of trying to trade like the banks or anything. And like, I'm not saying that. ICC is only me explaining price action in the simple way so anyone can understand it. Almost kindergarten level. ICC is kindergarten level of price action. That's all it is. For people who take a very long time on learning things, ICC is mostly for them. And then also some of the advanced people. So, with that being said, I'm going to show you market structure and price action in my way. So it's simple for you to understand. Because not a lot of people can understand if I'm just saying, you know, more hard, I wouldn't even say harder words, but some people, it takes a while for them to learn. So basically, let's start off with the fact that um, the market moves in trends. And I feel like I say this in every video, but the market moves in trends. These trends are solidified more on the higher time frame than it is on the smaller time frame. So the higher the time frame you are, the stronger that this trend respects itself. So for one, people that be scared of trades, first of all, trust yourself. Trust the trade, trust the overall market structure. Market structure is just the swing highs, swing lows, building up and, basically building bricks. You need building bricks, you need clues. Market structure is going to give you highs and swing lows. These are your clues, nothing else. Keep it simple. Keep One thing you're going to have to learn about me is I keep it simple. I try not to overcomplicate things. A lot of people overthink things. Like they'll ask like, bro, what happens if it moves 8.3, 0.5%? And I'm just like, bro, like if it moves, it moves. Just collect your points, get in a trade and get out. Oh, people overthink everything in life. Like they just like everything they do, they overthink it to the max. If I haven't said it, then I'm not thinking about it. Right? So 9 times out of 10, I just follow what price does. I don't try to predict it. I just look for the clues. Once I see the clues, I get into a trade. So that's it. Once I see the clues, I get into the trade. Speaking of trade, I'm actually sitting in BTC buys right now, which is the trade I'm gonna break down later. But I first want to show you overall market structure and how price is going to move. With all this being said, let's go back to trading view. We're looking at BTC. What made me take this trade? Well, I'm gonna give you a little backstory. I was in sales previously. Price was selling under this level. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all this away. I'm gonna take these alerts away so you can see. I set up a lot of alerts. So you're gonna see way more alerts. Like look at this 99 plus alerts, 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 alerts. On everything I do, I feel like alerts is the key thing that's what's kept me this far. Is setting a lot of alerts, walking away from the charts and waiting for price to hit those levels that I'm looking for. So, what are those levels that I'm looking for, you may ask? So, backstory on this, I was selling price under this level. So, as we can see here, price sold down to this level on BTC. So, I was looking for price last week to sell down to that level on BTC because anything under this level will have selling potential down to here because we already see the reaction. We already see that price was holding up buys here. And then the moment it broke, it ended up selling down to this level. There was a correction in the market, and then price ended up selling back under here again. All I do is trade reactions. I'm just basically explaining once again, and this is not a break and retest. A lot of people always try to say, "Oh, ICC is just break and retest," and then they'll be laughing because it's like, "Oh, it's break and retest." Okay, if it was break and retest, it would be a break. It will be a break, retest, and then getting here, right? Instead, I'm doing a break. Price ends up giving me an indication. The market corrects, grabs as much liquidity as possible, and then makes that second push down. And I'm just overall, because breaking retest, even if here, right? Let's say if we broke here, made that low, retested here, you would have been in a trade and got stopped out later on. So the way I trade is not break and retest. All I'm simply doing is looking at where the market has a level at, seeing what price does under that level, what type of reaction it gives under that level, and trading only that reaction. So I'm only trading under this level because we get that bearish reaction. So that's the little like to clear up breaking retest. This is not breaking retest. It's just simply following the market structure and the trend. So with this being said, that was the sell that I took. And if you follow me on Instagram, you see me take the sell. You see me call it before it happened. Yada yada yada. I'm not gonna talk your head off on that one, but I would suggest following me on socials to keep updates with some of my trades before and afters. So yeah. But with this being said, we ended up selling below this level. So selling here, selling here. So if we see here too as well, so once we sold that first time, we made this low. And this is going to be the main key point here. We sold and we made this low. Next thing you do, so it's going to be both ways. If price makes a low, that's because it came from making a lower high or whatever the case might be. And once price makes that low, in this case, we're on a downtrend. So there's going to be a lower high before you get that low. So this is the highest point, and you're going to track your highs. This is the highest point you have at the current time. This is the lowest point you have at that current time. So I'm going to drag this across. This level sells. We get here. So in between this level, we have sellers here, buyers here. So no trade zone, right? We don't know what's going on. And yes, we're under this level for later on, which is going to sell, but I'm just trying to give you an example. The moment price breaks above here, anything above this level, no matter what, don't overthink it. Please don't overthink it. Just tell yourself, like force yourself to believe that the moment price breaks above a high, anything above this level is showing you that it's bullish. I know some of you guys are like, I don't know. I guess some of you guys don't trust in the higher time frame, but I need you guys to trust. The moment price breaks above a swing high, so breaks above, so goes above a swing high, this Anything above this particular level will be bullish. So at this level of 1,000 or 100,013, price will become bullish, right? Price is going to become bullish above this level and start making its way to 116 and then finishing off at 117, right? Don't overcomplicate it, right? This is what I was looking at to get this trade. Overall, this is what I was looking at to get this trade. Why? Because in this downtrend, we made a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a higher low. This is the moment right here where price starts to become skeptical, and then you can say price is turning back bullish, right? And this is all for the correction, right? So then the correction happens after making a new low. Price ends up selling back down, going back under that level earlier, which is here, to sell. But then it fails to go any lower. So the thing you have to understand about market structure is it needs to continue, 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 continue. Price needs to keep going, keep going. If it's trending, it's going to keep going. This is one thing that people overlook. Trends don't just like pause, like it'll go on sometimes a consolidation for a bit to gain more capital. But if price wants to go on an uptrend or if price wants to go on a downtrend, it's going to keep going. Same way with gold right now. If we go look at gold, price chose to go on an uptrend ever since it broke out of that daily range. So as we see here, price was ranging for months on end, and then it chose to go on an uptrend. And look at it now. It's going to keep going until it wants to stop. The trend is going to keep going. So trading is not one of those things where every single day you're going to be in a different type of setup. You're going to be in a buy, then you're going to be in a sell, you're going to be in a buy. You need to find something that's going to trend because when it trends, it's going to keep going. Look at Nasdaq. The moment it chooses to go on this uptrend, it's going to keep going. This is something that helped me make it click for me because I used to be that same guy where I would sell on Monday and then Tuesday would come and I'll be looking for buys because I sold yesterday, which is never the case. So get it out of your head thinking, oh, since I sold on Monday, I should be looking for sales, or since I sold on Monday, I should be looking for buys instead on Tuesday. No, stick with the trend, stick what price is telling you. Stop trying to become a stop trying to predict the markets. Follow what is working, follow the trends. Same way with social media, same way with doing sports, same way with doing music or something like. Don't try to like if something works, don't try to like do something opposite. Don't try to be creative. This is not the way to be creative. You cannot be creative in this market. You have to follow what price is giving you. And once price is giving you that, you just take it. Take it for what it is, right? So with this being said, let's go back to what we was looking at, right? So higher lows. So as you can see here, this is something I've studied for such a long time. Higher lows are indications to show you that price is looking to go bullish because this is a level that price is looking to buy from. So buyers are sitting at this level. So anytime you get or you feel like you get a higher low when you was expecting a lower low, price is overall showing you that price is getting back bullish. It's not going any lower than this. Buyers are holding pretty strong at this level. So we're looking to look for some type of bullish structure. I'm going to explain. So basically, what we're going to overall understand, and this is day 11. It's going to be a little bit more advanced. If you feel like this is confusing, just go back and look at my previous videos. But yeah, so buyers are really, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it super real with you. Look at what price is doing at a level if it's stalling, if it's not going down, or if it's not going up, price is fighting with whoever's in control of the markets at that point. Price gets to this level and then it starts fighting for this position or it starts fighting for this price point. So at 109, price is fighting. Sellers and buyers are fighting to see who's going to be in control of the market. Sellers are trying to push down even more. Buyers are like, no, you can't keep going this low. Price is already as low as we want it to be, right? So from here, we can even scale down. So right now we're on a daily. I'm trying to delete this. Right now we're on a daily. We can scale down to the 4 hour time frame. This is where price gets interesting because now we have price coming down this low and we have this level of support and we can obviously see here that buyers and sellers are fighting. And the reason why we can see that is because we have low and then we have a small little high here. We have rejections up here. So we can see that price is fighting at this level. So then once price is done fighting for hours, so this is a few days. This is 2 going on 3, almost 4 days. Price is fighting for 3 to 4 days, sitting here. Then price breaks out. This is signs of price being bullish. But we cannot fully buy off of this. We cannot fully tell if price is going to be bullish for the long run. How can we tell price is going to be bullish for the long run? Oh, wait, let's go back to that one level that we marked up earlier. You remember that high, that lower high we had that price sold off of the first time? And then price ended up going on that correction all the way back up to this level? Yeah. This same level had reactions here showing us that sellers have, a very, very strong manner at this level. Right here as well, we have sellers in a strong manner at this level. So price ends up buying up, and so with me, I never feel like I miss out on anything. A lot of people be like, oh, bro, you could have caught all this right here. Yeah, but I'd rather have something more secure. I have something more of a higher probability because what happens if price would have bought up here, made a lower high, and just sold off? But there's a higher probability if price breaks above a level where sellers were at. So as you see here, as you see here, as you see here, there was reactions of selling. If price is above those, so if it's already past those, above it, then I have more probability of coming out with a bullish reaction than, buying down here and price retest this level and sells off, right? So there's a difference. This can happen. So price comes up to here and then has a reaction and then sells, right? That can happen because the last level it sold from was this level. It came here, sold off from this level. So it can retrace all the way back up to here. Just as long as it doesn't break above here, we was good. And then it could have sold. But it didn't do that. We got to break above that level. We got to break above that level. Or even a retest, quote unquote. You guys love that. Even a retest. And then this is actually when I actually seen price. And then I would scroll down to the 1 hour time frame. This is when I seen price. I seen price make a push above this level. I counted this as an indication because we were above this level. And then this is what I seen. This is what I'm talking about with ITC, market structure, price action. Overall, I'm trading market structure and price action. ICC itself is just a way to explain price action to people that don't really understand it. So once again, me personally, I don't have to follow every ICC thing because market structure and price action is basically what I'm teaching you. So when it comes to market structure and price action, if price is showing me that it no longer wants to go down, so as we have here, price is showing me it wants to go, it doesn't want to go any lower than this. And it builds itself back above this level. So I already have a support level here, right? A support level here and also a break above here. I have price above that level on the 4 hour time frame. So that level here on that 4 hour time frame, price is above it. Check. Price has a high. We made a higher low. Check. Price is above the 4 hour. Check. All these things, check. Right? So I see that there's a previous reaction here, right? Check. Right? So since price is above this level, I feel comfortable in taking buys above this level because I'm looking for the same reaction here to happen. I'm looking for a price to have the same momentum again. Once again, this is not me just showing you trading view. This is me actually taking the trade. If you go look at my Instagram, I called the trade before it happened, right? So this is not me just making something up. This is me showing you that price does the same thing over and over, and market structure is going to tell you what price is going to do. I don't care about the standards. I don't care about what people, think that, oh, bro, like this is something you just made up or whatever the case may be. Like, just people come up with a bunch of random stuff online. I don't know. I just follow what price. Like, I've spent going on 5 years trading pure market structure, pure price action for 4 years. I wouldn't say I'm the best trader. I'm not the best trader. There's tons of other better traders than me. But one thing I can say is I try to keep it as simple as possible from only looking at market structure and only looking at what price is showing me. Because at the end of the day, the market is going to do what it wants to do. So you just have to follow it. You literally have to follow it. So this is not something that I'm just making up and just like I'm not even in bar replay, right? Or this is not me giving you a hindsight trade. Like, I've already taken the trade, I've already showed you before the trade happened. I'm showing you after the trade is happening. So let's explain some entries. For me, as you can already see, my entry is above the level. Let me answer a couple questions. Sorry, do you wait for a closed candle? No. The reason why I don't wait for a closed candle is because I trust myself enough to believe in the higher time frames to continue to push the market in the direction that I'm looking for when price is above or below a reaction level. So, price is above a reaction level. So we've seen previous sellers here. There's no reason for me to wait for a close here because price is already moving in that direction. Bitcoin is pretty volatile. I normally trade gold. I normally trade Nasdaq. Haven't really traded Nasdaq much this year because of, the Trump thing going on and just like Trump throughout this year just kind of, fucked up the markets. But it's okay. It's cool. Trade gold. I trade gold during New York session. There's times where price during New York session, or there's times on gold where price will move during London session, but I preferably trade gold on the 1 hour time frame during New York session. This is me answering a lot of your questions. So, what are my entries off of? My entries normally come from the 15-minute time frame or, whatever time frame I see fit of the markup. So in this case, 4 hour time frame markup, 1 hour breakdown, right? Scaling down to the 1 hour, it really doesn't matter what time frame I get my entry on. It's all going to trend in the same direction as long as everything aligns. Because I'm pretty sure if we go to the 15-minute time frame, we can still see the same setup here. So we can still see that price ended up coming high, slowing down. So as we can see, a correction in the market gets to a certain point where it doesn't want to go down anymore. And then we ended up making small highs, so high, a retrace, retest back at this level, and then back again, a break above this level. So either way it goes, no matter what, you was going to see price buy at some point, right? On whatever time frame you was on, you was going to see price buy at some point. So it really doesn't matter what time frame you get it on, as long as you know that above or below the levels that you're looking for is the reaction that you're trying to get. So above this level, I was looking for price to go bullish, and what did price do? Go bullish. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking, finding a level. Okay, sellers are here. Above here, buys. Above here, buys. Simple. Keep it simple. Matter of fact, I can't even tell you what to do. Some of you guys are still going to watch this video and just overthink it like crazy. So it doesn't even matter what I say. I'm just really on YouTube ranting at this point because some of you guys are like, I will show you over time again. Literally go look at my Instagram and then go to my trades where I show the before and after. Look at every single, like literally look at every single trade before and after. All my trades are based off reactions because one thing it is, if price has done something before, is most likely going to do it again. Now, that goes and varies in different ways because something that happened in 2021 may or may not happen in 2025 because I know there's a lot of people that kind of go back and they back test. And that's another thing. Back testing is me personally, I'm going to say it like back testing is fucking retarded. Whoever made back testing is actually retarded because back testing, you're essentially using your your you're trying to trade the real-time markets with data from 4 years ago, 5 years ago, which makes no sense at all. How are you going to try to use something that happened in 2021, 2022, and use it in the 2025 market when the markets is changing daily based off of just economical changes in general. The market is constantly changing every single day. Like just yesterday, we had a whole government shutdown in the US. That didn't happen since COVID, the night like October 19th. But when the government shut down in 2019, the markets plummet. Have you seen gold? Have you even seen NASDAQ? It's still pumping. So if you would have, got into a trade yesterday and thinking, oh, the government's going to shut down, let me try to sell price. Oh, this is the top of price. You would have been absolutely fucked yesterday. Right? And that just goes to show, like me personally, I think the best way for any trader to learn how to trade is going into the live markets every single day as a beginner. You don't have to trade every day, but I need you to get a feel for what it's like to see price move in real time. You're going to learn way more from being in real time and watching everything happen and play out in front of you. You're going to learn way more lessons when price is actually in front of you, showing you this is what it's like to be in the market. You're going to learn way more because when you back test, you can go to any point, but you really won't grasp what that day was like. You don't know what that day felt like. You're back testing all the way back in 2019 on a random Tuesday. You don't know what that day was like for you. You on a random Tuesday in 2019, you could have been fucking doing something different. You don't know what that day feels like, but I bet you will know what October the 2nd feels like. I know exactly what trading in the markets at 5 o'clock in the morning, October 2nd. I know what that feels like right now because I'm looking at it. I'm in the moment. I'm here. I'm looking at price move. So I have a feeling towards it. I have a reaction towards it. I have some type of emotion behind it. So me personally, I feel like the best way for anybody to learn is not back testing, is basically being in the real-time markets and seeing what is going on so you can have an emotion towards it. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you want to get into the trade, if you don't want to get into the trade. And these are decisions that are going to be very crucial later on down the line to make you successful. And I'm not going to say it's guaranteed success, but I'm definitely saying that you'll learn a lot more if you put yourself in the fight. The same way I tell a lot of people, I do boxing. I pretty much do MMA, right? My coach used to always like punch the bag, do this, do that. I'm punching the bag, I'm kicking the bag, I'm doing all these drills and stuff. And I'm doing really good. I'm getting really good at the drills. I'm getting really good at punching the punching bag. But the moment I'm starting to spar with my coach in the beginning, and this is in the beginning, the moment I'm sparring with my coach, I just freeze up. I don't know what to do. I'm completely lost. Everything I've learned is completely gone from my head. And I'm trying to put everything together. So what I'm basically trying to say is like, when it comes to trading, it's going to be the same way. You're learning all these things on different YouTube videos and you're learning all these different things on just like how to trade and like what to look for, what are my entries, what are my stop losses. But then soon, the moment you get into the actual markets and you're ready to trade and you're going to place a trade, you lose all that information. Everything's gone. You don't know why. You don't know why. You don't know. You just did all this studying, and for some reason in the live markets, you just can't remember nothing. But this is how you can fix it. If you do this every single day, if you get into the markets every single day, you'll adapt to it. You'll be used to it. This is normal for you. This is simple, easy for you. So back to boxing. Instead of like, I mean, you can do drills to sharpen up your skills, but imagine somebody who fights every day versus somebody who just punches the bag every day. That person that knows how to fight has been in different scenarios, has put themselves in different mistakes and problems and overall, obstacles. So then they can learn and adapt. As a trader, you put yourself in the fire so then you can learn faster. You learn faster from being in a fire than being in a cold. Because, or honestly, both being in a cold and fire, if we're talking about the elements of things, because the cold is going to get you to go faster because you don't want to be in the cold anymore. And obviously the fire too as well. But all in all, you get what I'm trying to say. You learn way faster when you're actually putting yourself in the position to make mistakes. Put yourself in a position to make mistakes because you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to learn from those. You learn way faster from doing things. I was a big person. I was a big kid I was that kid that was like, don't touch the stove. It's going to be hot as a kid. Don't touch the stove. It's going to be hot. Me, on the other hand, I don't believe you. I got to do it myself. Let me go touch the stove. Same way with trading. You're going to blow your account if you over leverage. I'm gonna over leverage one time. Oh, I blew my account. Never doing that again because I don't want to do that again. I've done it before. I've seen the effects of it. I don't want to do that again. Oh, I see that I get good entries when I trade New York session. Let me keep doing that because it works, right? These are things you need to start picking up and start doing. Like I'm pretty sure you've won a trade before in your life. You take what you did in that trade and you try to do the same thing of it. I've been trading ICC, price action, market structure for 4 years. When I first seen it happen and play out, I was like, oh snap, it played out. Let me keep doing this because it worked. The moment that it doesn't work, then we obviously critique things to make it do work. But overall, you need to follow along with what price is giving you and overall stop overcomplicating things. So, with all this being said, sorry for my little rant, but I just had to clear up a few things. Entry points, anything above this level. So my entry point, as we can see here, my entry point came from here. Whenever price ended up making this level of support and then price retested and started to push up, this is actually where I entered because I seen that price was above that level on the higher time frame. So above here, this is where I was looking for price to be entering because we have that previous reaction above that level, right? My stop loss is obviously under a level where, if price was to break under that level of support, this would count as price being bearish and I should get out the trade, right? So all in all, I make everything pretty simple. And my TP is here because this is the level that price sold from. But as you can see, I'm still holding this trade because price is fully broken above this level. So I know bulls are in control above this level. We're past all the sellers, so now price is looking for the next level of sellers. And I actually think that is here. So somewhere up in this level. So it could be 19, it could be 22, 23. That is what I'm looking for. And I can also show you Solana too, because this is okay. Let me see. What am I doing? Because we can go out and I can also show you this too as well. This one I've been in and out. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in and out of this one, but I'm gonna just overall show you what I'm looking at on Solana. So Solana, like trust me, I have receipts for days, man. So Solana, I'm actually in buys right now as we speak and floating 40K on that one. And this is what I see on Solana. So if we go here, price above this level has a reaction. So as we go here, boom, trust me. Trust me, bro. Trust me. All right, so here, overall building higher highs. So we can see that price at this level. So boom, we have a selling level here, right? Selling level here comes here, higher low, higher high, higher low, fails to come higher, but another higher low. And then we get a push above this level. So that level that we previously sold from, that indication we had, it ended up later playing out here. So above this level ended up making a push. Solana made a push, ended up consolidating here later on, giving up and then selling off super hard. Sells off super hard. We have a lower high, a lower low. Then price makes a lower high, higher low. So once again, we have that same thing where price starts giving us clues. So now we have a higher low. We pick up on this higher low. Price ends up breaking that lower high it made. And now it's starting to build up. But remember that level that we was looking at on the daily, or even not even the daily, just say the 4 hour. This level right here. Remember anything above this level was going to go bullish. What do? We came above this level and we went bullish. Right above this level. Right above this level right here. And price went bullish. So I'm looking for price to have the same reaction it had here all the way to here. As you can see, I'm already in a trade. Once again, like I said, I had this account at $5,000 this morning, and my entry previously was here. And Solana pays. Solana pays. So with this being said, I'm holding a trade right now on Solana, and I'm looking for price to push up to here. So $156,000. And yeah, I'm just looking at overall market structure itself and waiting for price to start making that push. And overall, I keep it simple as possible. Once again, keep it simple. Market structure, price action, looking at the reaction, seeing that price above this level is going to be bullish. I'm not overcomplicating it like people. That's what separates me from pretty much anybody that I know that trades is some people like to keep it complicated and try to overthink it. All I'm looking at is, hey, price here, or let me do it this way. Hey, price here had sellers. Price above it has buyers. Oh, price is above the level, buy it. That's it. So with that being said, I hope you guys having a nice day.
All right, what's up, guys? Um, I haven't forgot about Telegram. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Just kind of been working on trying to basically get a bunch of venues and stuff for the future cities and countries coming up. If anybody knows anybody that can get a venue in Cape Town, let me know. Let me know if you can get a venue for 700 people plus in Cape Town. Text me in the comments. Anyways, I haven't traded for the past week, so October 2nd, and then last time that I traded was the 1st to 21st. My Bitcoin account is not on here because honestly, like I just honestly play around with crypto and do as much as I know when it comes to crypto. I feel like crypto follows price action. Um, so it's been pretty good. But I haven't traded gold since the 21st of last month. And it's honestly because like I'm gonna break it down to you guys. Honestly, after pretty much let's see the 21st, right? So the 21st was actually here, if I'm not mistaken. When I bought price from here and came up to this level right here, I honestly thought price was going to sell. It stalled here, and this is where I closed. And overall, I thought once again it was going to sell from this level. I didn't know it was going to keep making all-time highs, but honestly, I don't know why I told myself that because on the 4 hour time frame, it definitely made a higher low. So it could have kept pushing. I don't know why I didn't hell. I don't know. I didn't hold, so I'm not gonna hold a grudge on it. Bygones are bygones, so it is what it is. Um, and I don't know why I didn't get into this second trade either, but once again, it is what it is. The 28th price made a good, decent push above this level.
I think I was kind of skeptical once again because at all-time highs, I'm really skeptical of what can happen up here. I don't want to be caught in a range. I don't want to be caught in anything. So I prefer just to, wait and see what happens overall long term. Even if I miss a couple points, it's cool with me. If I miss some trades, it's okay. Like I still want to keep making money, of course, but if my setup isn't what I want it to be, or if I'm not, really feeling it, then I'll stay away from it. And that's just me, like y'all guys do y'all thing. I see y'all be still rocking it. Everybody's still getting into some good trades, right? Overall, on the gold market, we do have a new high above 3,870. So anything above this level could potentially push up. Honestly, we can head to 4,000 at this point by the end of the year. But I'm not gonna make any predictions on that. But 4,000 looks pretty reasonable at this point. And yeah, with gold, I haven't really much traded. You can see that we're building those higher lows, those higher levels of support. I currently am working on a video for you guys too as well. This one is basically explaining market structure, a little bit on entries, mostly market structure so you can understand. We're going to touch on that for the next 3, 4 videos. Market structure, market structure, market structure, because this is going to help with your entries. Um, and let's go back here. I'm currently, so I just turned, bro, y'all don't even want to know what I did with this account with Solana, trading Solana in and out, but turned this from like 5K and now we're at 80. I'm gonna keep which one up? So I trade crypto on Liquid, by the way. I just feel like it pays a lot on when it comes to trading Liquid and crypto. I don't know why. I think just the broker itself pays a lot when it comes to trading crypto. So I prefer trading. Well, I just prefer trading on Liquid in general. But currently I'm holding BTC positions. Let me go here. And sorry, guys, that I post kind of sporadically on my social media platforms is mainly because like I just get online and pretty much like, not forcing you to, but if you follow me on everything, it's just better that way because, at any given moment in time I post something and, I don't give 2 second thoughts to it. I try my best to post as much as possible when it comes to trading. So sometimes sporadically I'll post something. It might be on my main story or it might be on my Telegram or it might be on my Twitter. But I'm trying to get it more systematic, but I don't want to feel like a robot either. I don't want to make it feel like a job. I just kind of post and, if you see it, you see it. If not, it's cool, you know? But currently I'm holding a BTC position, as you can see. Price is now above that level. So I'm gonna go back to trading view. Price is above that high. This is the actual level that I was targeting, but we broke right through it. So this is letting me hold my trade for the people that ask a lot. How do I hold my trades? I'm holding my trades more when price breaks above that target level. So you can see the first time. So this is what I should have did on gold, but I didn't. 1 hour time frame came into this level, had a reaction, of course, because there's sellers here. You guys know. You already know the rundown. Sellers are here. So that's why we got the reaction here. Price came in with a reaction, but buyers were strong. So ended up making a level of support here. So a small level here. And the reason why this is a level of support for me is because if we zoom in, we can see that price came down. Sellers kicked in. So sellers pushed, tried to. Buyers were too strong. Buyers ended up pushing back, right? So this level shows me that buyers are pushing from this level. Now, is it really strong? Yeah, it could be strong, but we'll have to see how price reacts to that. But anything above this level has bullish potential. So anything above here has bullish potential because it broken above the sellers that we had. If I can scroll out, the sellers that we had over here, if that makes sense. So with all this being said, um, yeah, keep it simple as possible. I got a video coming out for you guys, and then I also have a video on the second channel too as well. So if you want to go watch the second channel, you can. It's just a 5 minute video of me ranting. If you want to go watch that, it's ICC Mafia. And yeah, check that one out. And then I got a video coming out tonight. It's actually 6 o'clock in the morning, so I have a video coming out later on in the morning when you wake up, for New York session. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I have to say. I love you guys. Once again, I love you guys because, I'm gonna go on a small rant. ICC is once again like I want to explain that ICC is not something that I just like, oh, I just made price action and market structure. No, ICC is just me showing you guys in a three-step process how to understand market structure and price action. And it's also not breaking retest because there's multiple times where we can debunk that. Um, but I'm gonna put it in a video, but there's multiple times where you can debunk um breaking retests because that's not the case. Um, ICC is just something that helps beginners, even people that want to change their strategy. It's a way to get into trading price action, trading without indicators, trading without chart patterns, and all these different things. It just makes it so much simpler. And I'm super grateful for you guys, just overall pushing it and overall showing people that, trading is not, this hard thing that people make it to be. Trading is something that anybody can get into. Now, will you become a six-figure, seven-figure earner? Mm, mm, it's the percentage is low, but I believe in everybody. But one thing I will say is, can you make a sustainable living off of it? Yes. Guaranteed? No. Because I can tell you 1,000 things. I can tell you the right things to do, all the right things, but you're not going to listen to it or you're not going to understand it until you actually go through it or you push yourself to go through it or you push yourself to actually make it work. Now, with the way that I'm teaching you and showing you, please do not overlook anything that I say because I try to put out as much informational or, like informative advice in everything in every aspect. Sometimes I might joke around. I might post a joker here or there, but 9 times out of 10, um, pretty much everything I'm saying is something I've been through. I've been through it before. I've done it before. And like I know the outcome of it. I know the long-term outcome of things. I wouldn't say I'm a major in it, but I'll do people watch a lot. I do like to watch human psychology, human behavior. I wouldn't say I'm as advanced as the college students, but there's two different types of I guess you can say people that study psychology. There's the people that actually have the corporal side of it, so the actual books and college and degrees behind it. And then there's the real world psychology, which is like the street smarts or the street psychology, which is just basically just understanding the human brain, understanding human behavior, understanding just deeper levels and things. And that's something that I like to, study, look at. Um, but yeah, overall, I'm just so glad that we are pushing ICC, helping people as much as possible. I really do hope a lot of people are, going out there and not charging people. We want to make money. I want you guys to make money from trading, trading only. If you become an influencer, you can make, commissions, affiliate money or whatever, but don't do it from, just the standpoint of like, oh, let me just do it just because it's going to make me some money. I want you guys to all document your journey, share it with others. Once you share it with others, win or loss, it don't matter. It don't matter. If you win or lose, just document it. It doesn't matter. Because one thing is, I wish I would have documented back then because y'all would have definitely seen more of the things that I had to put myself through to get to where I'm at now. So one thing I will say is I'm super proud that everybody's pushing ICC and we're overall helping a lot of more other people. And I'm saying we because I see guys, make, separate group chats, even though I hate them sometimes, but you know, I want everybody in one big group chat, but it is what it is. I see people going out teaching ICC. Some people go out and they'll teach ICC and they will never give me credit. That's okay. It's whatever. But I'm so glad you guys are pushing it. People are getting help. People are starting to understand it. People are not paying five, ten thousands of dollars to learn from some guy with a materialistic things that we fall for. I'm glad that people were able to come into the market freely, start to learn, understand it. If they like it, they start trading with their capital. Once they start trading with their capital, they don't have to worry about coming up with funds to pay for this, to learn this, to do that. You can just hop into a YouTube video, learn something, and then get into the markets. It doesn't have to be with your real money. You can just start practicing trading on the side or demo on the side for a bit, stacking up some capital to the side. And then when you feel like you're ready, you're ready. You're free, you're independent. I teach independent traders. I want you guys to be independent. I don't want you guys to depend on me unless it comes to the teaching videos, but I don't want you guys to depend on me to call out trades. I'm not that type of guy. I used to be back then. It was something that I used to do, but then I started to see how much it was hindering people, the same people, waiting for a trade, begging for a trade, looking for a trade. And there's days where I will go like this. I'll be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go here. 10, 11, 11 days minus Saturday, minus Sunday. So 9 days where I don't go trading. Who knows when the next time I'll trade gold? And you're just waiting. And you as a dependent trader, you will be just waiting for me to place a trade. It's already Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. And I haven't placed a trade this week. 1 week you go with no money, no making, no money. Second week, going with no making, you didn't make money, right? So that's not what I'm trying to do to you guys. I'm trying to have you guys independent, being able to catch setups yourself, using my teachings to overall, you know, better, better the way you think in the markets when it comes to price action, market structure, making your charts cleaner. You should have, gray boxes, maybe circles, maybe arrows, and a line. That's pretty much it. You don't need all this. You don't need this. You don't need all this. You don't need this. You don't need all this, right? You don't need that. You don't need this. You don't need all that, right? So with that being said, I'm super glad that we're pushing it and continue to push it. Once again, like I said in the beginning, if anybody knows people that can help me with venues in different cities, help me with the venues, you know, just overall finding them because like I said, in Amsterdam, I was not prepared for 400 people to show up, but we did. So with that being said, I feel like the crowds could get bigger and bigger. So if you know anybody that can help with venues and finding venues, just let me know. Give me a shout. And yeah, I'm off.